Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Mob Psycho episode 5 is available now, so let's get started! Alright guys, we open up episode 5 with Hanazawa acting on edge. He's on freaking edge, man. He's like an animal just waiting to see what Mob does. He's running around, he's throwing crap at Mob. Mob is actually taking it like a champ, man. He's just letting himself get hit. His moral code is that he doesn't use his psychic powers for evil, or not for evil, but for attacking. I find it hilarious that Dimple actually stands up for Mob, and Mob actually gets triggered when Dimple gets wrecked. He totally gets wrecked. On a quick mention here, I like how Reagan actually plays a part in Mob's code. He taught Mob not to just use his powers like a crazy idiot guy. Reagan is actually a really good supportive character, and I like how Dimple sees that as ruining Mob's chances. But actually Reagan is actually looking out for Mob. Kinda heartwarming. I also want to mention the fighting scenes. The fighting scenes in this episode are really good. When Mob gets tossed into the school and everything, just the visuals are unique. They are taken from different perspectives. I really love that. That is actually really amazing. Some of the animation is wonky, but it's Mob Psycho. What do you expect? Yeah, so the fight gets taken in the school, and it's actually pretty funny how he has all these knives with his telekinesis and throws them at Mob, and Mob deflects them. You know, he busts out a Genji and deflects the knife, and it actually just slices the top of his hair. And Hanazawa is pissed. He doesn't like being humiliated. He likes to be on top of the food chain. Another good reason why Hanazawa hates Mob is because Hanazawa and Mob are similar. Take away their Esper powers and what are they? Just normal people. Yeah, it really makes you wonder. And there is this saying out there that if you see yourself in another person, you kind of tend to hate them. So I'm assuming this applies here. Did anybody else feel bad for Mob when he was getting choked by Hanazawa? I did. I mean, like, he tried his best to suppress his powers. He tried his legit best. Even though he's not good at hand-to-hand combat, he actually tries to punch him in the face, which I thought it was really funny. And he tries to do it until he pretty much knocks out. I felt kind of bad. And I actually felt proud of Mob for not trying to use his powers for, you know, fighting an Esper. But I also find it funny that, I mean, if that was me, I would have just been like, man, I'm about to die, I'm gonna wreck this guy. But Mob actually held on to his promise of not wrecking people with his psychic power. You know, when Mob actually gets his 100, but it's actually like question mark, I thought that was really unique because he is unconscious, and it makes it seem like it's another person controlling Mob's body. And we also see more flashbacks. We see why Mob hates his powers, because he pretty much ended up hurting Ritsu, and he doesn't want that to happen, so he's been suppressing his powers ever since. Character development, anyone? I also want to mention how the animation in the show complements Mob's sadness, because there is a time where he's crying and you see all the rocks flying in the background. Everything looks really beautiful. It just really complements Mob's sadness, and it complements like every situation in the show. Also, it's worth noting that Mob spends some time looking for Dimple. And we also see that Ritsu doesn't really mind Mob's powers, but he is afraid of them. Going back to the flashback, apparently Ritsu says that he was kicked by one of the bandits, like he was just tossed aside, that it wasn't Mob that hurt him. When in reality, it might have been Mob, but Ritsu says that it's like there's another person inside of Mob that wasn't his brother, and I kinda am interested to see what happens with that development later on. Alright, episode 5. It shows that Hanazawa really likes to be on top of the food chain. We see more character development for Mob and why he doesn't want to use his Esper powers. We also see more of Reagan, even though he's not really in the episode, but he actually helped build Mob's code. With great power comes great responsibility. Anyways guys, Mob Psycho episode 5. Have you guys seen it? Let me know if you guys have seen it. Comment below, and then I'll see you guys later. Make sure to check out the news. We got some cool crap. Episode 6 is gonna be uploaded for Mob Psycho later on Monday. And I'll see you guys later.